Have you ever wondered how a narrow stretch of land transformed global trade forever? Today, we journey through the fascinating history of the Panama Canal, a marvel of engineering, ambition, and sheer human will. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're into epic tales of history, innovation, and global impact, you're in the right place. Hit that like button, and let's dive into one of the greatest construction feats of the 20th century. Our story begins centuries before the first shovel hit the dirt. Long before the canal was built, explorers and empires dreamed of a passage linking the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. In fact, as early as the 16th century, the Spanish considered carving a waterway through the Isthmus of Panama. They even built a rudimentary road called the Camino Real to transport goods across the land. Fast forward to the late 1800s, enter the French. Ferdinand de Lesseps, the man who built the Suez Canal, believed he could replicate his success in Panama. But he gravely underestimated the dense jungle, mountainous terrain, and tropical diseases. The project was plagued by landslides, flooding, and unbearable heat. After losing over 20,000 workers to yellow fever and malaria, and spending nearly $300 million, the French effort collapsed in financial and human tragedy. It also sparked a major financial scandal known as the Panama Affair, which rocked the French government and led to political upheaval. Enter the Americans. In 1904, the U.S. took over the project under President Theodore Roosevelt. Roosevelt famously declared, "I took the isthmus, started the canal, and then left Congress not to debate the canal, but to debate me."
Bold, right?
His assertive foreign policy, often called big stick diplomacy, played a huge role in securing U.S. control over the Canal Zone. The U.S. even supported Panama's independence from Colombia to secure the rights to build the canal. Chief engineer John Frank Stevens redesigned the project, opting for a lock-based system instead of a sea-level canal. He also focused on building essential infrastructure like railways, housing, and sanitation facilities. Then came George Washington Goethals, a U.S. Army engineer who saw the canal through to completion with military precision and efficiency. Goethals introduced cutting-edge project management techniques, dividing the workforce into specialized divisions and streamlining the construction process. Their leadership, along with massive public health campaigns led by Dr. William Gorgas, helped eliminate mosquito-borne diseases, saving countless lives. Gorgas' use of oil to coat standing water, draining swamps, and introducing mosquito nets was revolutionary in tropical medicine and later influenced global public health strategies. When the Panama Canal officially opened in 1914, it revolutionized global shipping. Suddenly, ships no longer had to brave the treacherous journey around Cape Horn. A trip from New York to San Francisco was cut by over 8,000 miles. The time savings meant lower transportation costs and increased trade efficiency, spurring economic growth worldwide. The canal also enabled the rapid movement of military fleets, giving the U.S. a strategic advantage in projecting naval power between oceans. Strategically, the canal became a geopolitical asset. The U.S. controlled it until 1999, using it as a linchpin of naval and trade power. During World War II, it was heavily fortified with anti-aircraft guns, naval patrols, and extensive surveillance to prevent sabotage. In the Cold War era, it symbolized U.S. dominance in the Western Hemisphere. Today, it's still vital to international commerce, with over 14,000 vessels passing through annually. Its 2016 expansion, adding a new set of locks and deeper channels, allows for the passage of new Panamax ships, giants that carry more than twice the cargo of earlier vessels. This upgrade was essential to keeping the canal competitive amid growing Asian trade and global shipping demands. What's more, the handover of the canal to Panama on December 31, 1999, marked a historic moment of diplomacy. Under the Torrijos-Carter treaties, Panama assumed full control, asserting its sovereignty while maintaining the canal's neutrality. This peaceful transition has since been hailed as a model for international cooperation and negotiation. Since the handover, Panama has successfully managed the canal, increasing its profitability and investing in sustainability. The canal now contributes significantly to the national economy, accounting for roughly 6% of Panama's GDP. Moreover, local communities have gained more influence in policy decisions related to land use and environmental conservation. Here's a fun fact. During construction, the canal became one of the world's largest employers of West Indian laborers, primarily from Jamaica and Barbados. And get this, they were paid in silver, while white American workers got paid in gold. Yep, it was called the gold roll versus silver roll system, and it highlighted the racial and economic inequalities of the era. Despite this, many West Indian workers showed immense resilience and skill, playing a critical role in the canal's completion. Also, did you know the first ship to officially transit the canal was the SS Ancon? It passed through on August 15, 1914, the same month World War I erupted. There was no grand celebration because attention had shifted to the war in Europe. Another interesting tidbit: Theodore Roosevelt became the first sitting U.S. president to leave the country while in office when he visited Panama in 1906 to inspect the construction, a bold move that emphasized the project's importance. And here's one more. The Canal Zone once had its own unofficial society, complete with American-style neighborhoods, schools, and even a currency system, further highlighting the cultural divide between Americans and locals. The social hierarchy and segregation policies would later become a major point of contention, influencing local protests and nationalist movements that pushed for Panamanian control. So there you have it. The Panama Canal isn't just a waterway, it's a testament to human ambition, resilience, and international cooperation. From failed French dreams to American triumph and Panamanian stewardship, it stands as one of the most transformative infrastructures in modern history. Its legacy continues to shape commerce, geopolitics, and engineering to this day, reminding us what humanity can achieve when vision meets determination. And as climate change and shifting trade patterns raise new challenges, the canal remains at the heart of conversations about sustainability and global logistics. From carbon-neutral shipping routes to AI-driven traffic management, the future of the Panama Canal might be just as exciting as its past. If you enjoyed this dive into history, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more stories from the past, and let me know in the comments, what historical marvel should we explore next?